Vanessa Hudgens made me a man.
Sexual assault or sexual harassment?
Yeah, either one. I'm fine with either.
You slapped Becky's ass by the water cooler back in the day.
No, it's true. I was chased in the woods by a madman who was absolutely going to destroy me.
You've got great stuff
Wait
in
a
the
minute.
intro.
Yeah.
This episode.
Wait, there's woods in Cleveland?
There is.
There's a lot of woods in Cleveland.
There's like maybe a
No,
park.
this is a true story.
There's no leaves. It's just wood.
I was with my cousins, Bobby and Joey. We got away. We were flicking the guy off after that. Then we forgot it ever happened. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't say, hey, Dad, there's a psycho in the woods. Nothing.
Hey, welcome back to Guys on Draft. It's a panel of mostly guys drafting on a topic of somebody's selection.
That Sprite can was right in the mic.
He was waiting for it. I should have noticed that. I should have noticed the can's proximity.
I'm so
to
excited.
that. He's shoveling shit in his gullet. He's opening Sprite cans.
breathing like a
He's
damn
got
Yeti.
the microphone on the desk, which is the only reason why you can't hear him breathing.
Hey, it's a Sprite Zero.
It's
okay.
ridiculous.
It's a Sprite Zero.
Anyway, welcome back. We are, I guess, what did you guys do last week?
I didn't know what you were doing for a second there. I
Wait.
was just- I was like,
Oh, yeah.
what the hell?
I was pleasing the ghost that haunts the
I
studio.
was like, what kind of hello is that?
I was waiting, but I had a mic. I had a
Did,
That's how you
Hot
get
TV moms.
viewers.
They're hot TV moms.
yeah, last.
Oh yeah, I heard that you guys
Yeah.
did that. The hot
Let-
TV
let
mom.
me-
We took that from Pride. That was a Pride issue.
Let me ask a couple questions.
Who's number one? Who's the hottest TV mom taken?
Sophia
Who was 1-1?
Vergara? Sophia Vergara? Did I say her last
Yeah,
name?
it was a good choice.
That is a great choice.
Yeah.
The fact that Mary Louise Parker didn't make it on
Who?
anybody's list is an absolute shame.
Sounds like an old guy thing.
No, she's a beautiful woman. And
She
the funny
is.
thing is, Mark and I were talking, and I said, they missed somebody. And he mentioned her too.
I don't even know what show that's from.
Guys are old though.
Weeds. Who'd you take? Who's your 1-1? Edie Falco?
Yeah.
Edie
was yours?
Falco.
Mine was Betty
Betty White?
Becky Katsopoulos from Friends, from Full House. Wow, I got all of that wrong. Lori McLaughlin.
Oh.
His was bullshit though. He got Monica from Friends.
Yeah, who
did.
I don't.
She had a
honestly,
baby the last episode.
Yeah,
dude.
that counts.
I thought Phil's comments about her
Yeah,
too.
but what's her
was,
face?
She's okay.
Aunt Becky never had a kid.
Yeah, like I don't
And
get
Becky
it.
had
He had
twins.
it tight. This is what I noticed about.
They had twins.
Did they?
Yes,
I didn't
dude.
watch the last couple of seasons.
Where,
I
it was
don't
like
think.
it was like season 3.
This is what I noticed about Zach Spix. He's got it tight, and it's not Samara. Every girl he chose was like dark hair.
Well,
He threw in like a pity blonde at the very end.
I said this on. I was on record by saying that Phil took all of my picks. That wasn't even my type that I
I
drafted.
think you saw.
My picks were also dark hair.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Did
I'm
he
just
try
saying
drafting Selena from like Wizards of Waverly Place?
that I got like my 1B picks in every single
Oh,
round.
she would have been. He would have fought like hell to get her if she had been a mom in any
anything?
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I tried.
Somewhere she played a teenage mom in some
Probably.
show.
I'm sure she's had to have.
Spring Breakers
Right.
is a movie, not a TV show.
Is she a mom?
No, but that would probably.
she
be
a
the
mom
She
in
was
real
in
life?
Spring Breakers?
She sure was.
She sure was. I remember that.
And so was
check
Vanessa
it out.
Hudgens, who was like
I knew Vanessa Hudgens was.
Vanessa Hudgens made me a man.
I saw one time. I thought it was.
That's an intro, damn it.
He took a lot of shit for
Yeah,
that
clip
movie.
that.
What's his face?
Franco?
Franco.
Oh yeah, that's a bad movie.
He was just being riffraff, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
basically.
Okay, yeah. So last week in honor of Mother's Day, we drafted hot
Spring
TV
Breakers,
moms.
dude.
So what are we drafting today?
All right. So today we are drafting things that are no longer the norm.
Okay.
So years ago, our country wasn't as uptight as it is now. Now it seems like we're wound real tight, just ready to goddamn pop like a can of snakes,
Mark can't stone people
like
anymore.
a Jack in the Box. It's fucking ridiculous.
You can't burn
We
witches
all
at the
hate
stake
one
anymore.
another. We talk more on devices than we do to faces. So a lot of things have changed. So we're gonna pick what we think. We're gonna pick what we think are some of the things that were taken for granted back in the day. That it is now. Back
Oh my
then it
gosh.
wasn't. Back then you thought
They could be good changes.
This is never gonna change.
All
And
right.
now it's gone.
Well, hey, I'm looking forward to this draft. Things that are no longer the norm draft.
It's a good draft.
If you're new to the show, guys, on draft, where we're guys that we draft, one of us picks the draft, makes the picks, all except for one of them, which ends up being a wild card that Rocky is spinning for as we speak.
I should have
I
had.
do want to say though, I do want to point out you did this list, and based on your speech, you think all these things are good, right?
No. I just
Oh,
think that
yeah?
they're different.
No, you
I think
definitely
that it's
said.
a lot.
You
No,
definitely
some of
said.
them, some of them are good. Some of them obviously aren't, but it's
Sounded
no longer the norm.
Okay.
Everything changes, right?
So
And there's
the-
always some good, some bad.
So
but
the-
I should have also named this list
We love you, Mark.
things that Zach find completely normal.
Okay.
The things that
Because-
Zach he doesn't. It's like life for him.
What, these things?
This is life for him.
no. Like,
Or not knowing this.
so we're picking for order first, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
missed one
Zaddy,
pick for
you
that.
are number one.
Let's go. Because that means I'm not getting the one I don't want. Let's go.
All right, I am second.
Zaddy. It's ridiculous.
You also said it.
Oh, Mark's last.
Phil
Yes.
is third.
Perfect.
And then let's go for the wild card.
Yeah, so the wild card is a negative on this show. You get the wild card. You don't make your pick. You don't know what it is, hence it's a wild card.
Yeah.
We all get to decide on air what your pick
I've been
is.
here since then, asshole. Don't look at me like I haven't been since we changed
I was
the
about to
rules.
say something to you, you retard.
Although there was
Whoa,
a rare, there
things
was
you
an
can't-
episode.
that's
Oh,
longer
and
than normal.
Zaddy is.
Yay.
I've got it 6 out of 7 episodes.
We
since we've done
famously
this.
gave him the superpower of being able to deep throat anything.
Which is weird
One
because
time.
that was actually a pick he wanted.
Yeah, he did want it.
So
we
it
worked
worked
I
out
made it
one we
into a
gave
good thing because
Yeah, it
then
worked out really well.
I drafted
We also
Acid
gave
Spit.
him-
If there was a type though, I mean,
We also gave him overrated historical events. We gave him 9/11.
Yeah.
That was gold, man. That should have got more airtime.
That was of things
That's
that
a
we
tough
draft.
one to live with.
That was one I really didn't want to draft.
That was genius.
Like genuinely, I didn't want to draft that one.
So, Mark, what we normally do is we confer. All three of us will try to come up with a good, pick for
Wild card,
him.
yeah.
Rocky, I was here like 2 weeks ago.
And Mark, if you didn't know, this is a show where we draft things.
Yeah.
But
Thank
you're
you.
advanced age.
Thank
You
you.
probably forgot.
Okay.
All right, so can you just clarify something? Because I think we do need a little clarity.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need it, but I think we might want it. Are we drafting this as like all these things are no longer the norm, right? So are we
Right.
drafting them as like good things or like the best things that are no longer, or
That
we
is
just
for you to decide.
Yeah.
Things
So,
that are no longer
the list is
the norm.
like every
basically saying like what are like the most popular things that are no longer the norm. Like a couple of these are slam dunks, right? You're like, well, no shit, that should have never been the norm back then.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's not the norm now,
I think the narrative
obviously.
will unfold as you draft
But
things.
yeah. I guess maybe I don't know which way I'm going here.
I see
think-
what he's thinking. Does he want to go with like
Yeah.
things that like he misses and he wants back, or things
Yeah.
that
You're doing
Yeah.
a nostalgia play. Are you
Yeah,
going to
you
be?
can, I guess,
You could do either. You're saying?
any of us could
Usually,
do anything.
I didn't know if
yeah.
you did it with one of those in mind. That's
I
why.
think usually whoever has the wild card ends up having like the menace draft. Like they have all the things that no one wants to draft that are on the board. But
Well, I think you did that.
I have
yeah.
the first overall pick, which is usually like the good boy draft. Like usually you have the good picks.
So we got to be very, very strategical with where we
Yeah.
place our pick for him.
Right,
Yes,
and
sir.
we could take this one right now.
You could.
Yeah.
Right?
You could.
Which I
and
think
you
we've
have 5
done
seconds
once. I
to
think the
decide.
deep throating episode was.
I got a good one for him. You want me to tell you in your ear? I'll whisper it to you.
Yeah, whisper it to me.
This is ridiculous.
No need for tongue, Phil.
In the year.
Yeah.
It's been outlawed again. Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
All right, so you're going to do that?
I don't want to say it. I
We
don't
should,
wanna-
we should hit him right off the bat.
No, don't tell him now because he just won't pick a good pick.
Well, you have to pick before I make the pick.
Well, then
No, we
then
don't.
it's reverse psychology. Then he picks a shit.
We've
pick.
never done that.
I
Why?
try
yeah.
every time.
No,
Okay.
we gotta wait to see what you pick
Mark's
and then
fat
decide
ass-
if we want
Mark's
to take.
big
All
head
right,
is on the
Mark, it's
fucking
come to you. Now, this is just in the running. We haven't decided it, but it's a possibility.
As of
We like-
recently, it's not the norm anymore in certain
I
states.
think that'll trend. Like I think people
Okay,
will
I got
side
it.
with
I
him
like
on
my-
that.
I like this pick here.
What? That it's not the norm?
That like now that it should have been the norm all
No,
along.
no, it's not the norm. Again,
No, I know that. But so things that are no longer the norm, right? So it
Yeah.
wasn't the norm before. Now it's the norm.
Yeah, you
No,
got a lot
now
of
it's
factors.
not. You're not getting it. You're not getting it.
It's not the norm now.
It's been outlawed again, or we
right.
could say something else. That's been, yeah.
So-
Gotcha.
That's a joke.
Team Hi, I'm Normal, which if you watch SpongeBob, you get what I'm talking about. Number 1 is going
have it,
smoking,
but yeah.
smoking in bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
Things that are no longer.
I
the
can't
norm.
believe that was even a thing back in the day. Who the hell
Why?
wants to?
People smoked in the car with their kids.
I know. I can't believe people do that.
So wait,
either.
hold up. Are we
Clan bacon your
letting
children.
this pass?
I think this is one of the best ones on the board. I don't think you should get it.
Yeah, it would have been my pick.
It would have been my 1-1 as well.
Let's huddle up here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into yeah.
You have
So-
15 seconds.
People are going to agree with this one big time.
Well, we could also do I agree. It's sort of up there.
Yeah, that one is the one I was saying.
Mark, you got anything?
No, I'm
the
I'm
gay
okay with
marriage
that.
or abortion, we could put. It just got outlawed again. I mean, that's a great pick for him.
Gay marriage got outlawed again.
It is.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, was it Texas or where is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, just like
Why the fuck are
in
you
a
looking at
state.
me? How would I know? I have no idea.
You guys always talking about shit like this. Do we have something better?
He's closest to a pastor out of any of us. Where the hell was it outlawed? Besides the Bible.
Wait, so Texas is overriding the Supreme Court's ruling?
Well, there's
It's
the
fucking
whole,
Texas. They can do
there's
whatever
a
they
whole
want.
debate about do states have the rights or the there's all that
All
stuff.
Let me
right,
ask
so
you a question.
I guess
If you're
we're
a
not doing that
congressman,
one.
Are you going to the great state of Texas? Are you going
about,
to knock on doors and be like, hey, guess what? No, you're not.
Interesting.
You are not.
All right, well,
It's tough,
come on. No, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that should be it. I think we should give it to him.
I want to clip this.
SA?
What is it?
SA?
5,
SA.
4,
SH?
3,
SA.
2.
What's SA?
You don't make up a fake
One.
clock.
I think we
You guys
should-
have been talking about this for like 3 minutes.
Well, it's
what's
three of
SA?
us.
I think that we
Sexual,
should give him this.
okay.
Sexual assault?
All right?
Sexual assault or sexual harassment?
Yeah, either one. I'm fine with either.
You know, that actually,
I
It
like
was the
sexual-
norm back in the day.
I like
you can
sexual
go-
assault.
you can
Let's go
slap-
sexual assault.
You can go
sexual
you can
assault.
slap Becky's ass by the water cooler back in the
Let's
day.
go sexual assault.
We could also say date rape.
Yeah.
I don't think date rape was ever accepted. Let's clarify
Sexual
that.
assault.
I don't know that it was
I don't think
accepted.
sexual assault wasn't accepted either. I think date rape might be more accepted than sexual assault.
Okay, so let's give
At a
him
time.
Yeah, let's give him sexual assault.
You ever see that movie? And what was the name of that movie? Something about tits. They were like, if she says no, she means yes. What's that movie? You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I'm
It
talking
sounds like it would have starred Bill Cosby though.
about. No, it wasn't Bill Cosby. It was a white guy. Yeah. All right, I like that. All right, he's got sexual assault.
Was it Picture Pages?
No, what the hell was it? Something that was talking about tits. Dude.
Hey, fat Albert.
It was like
even you have to make a lot of assumptions that I like, and like I'm pro this. I'm just saying it's no
Well,
longer the norm.
And we're making all those.
yeah,
Yeah.
let people
We're making
think
those
what they think.
assumptions. Yeah.
I guess as far as wild cards go, it's not like I'm.
Hey, whatever you got to tell
Team High,
yourself.
I'm normal is
There's
taking
gonna, don't
sexual
worry.
assault.
There's gonna be people that back you. They're gonna be like, sexual assault is still the
Yeah,
norm. I make sure it lives on.
I live in Texas.
You are fucking hating on the state of Texas
Well,
tonight.
yeah. I mean, the Cowboys suck.
I fear for you.
Yeah, they're crybabies.
Them sons of bitches are crazy.
Imagine having a team that just sucks for
Everybody has a gun in Texas.
millennials,
Everybody has a gun in Florida too. It's the gunshine state.
and we can
So
train
that-
gators.
I'm gonna back up and go right with smoking in restroom bars. It
Yeah.
was the clear 1-1. I don't know why Zach chose sexual harassment. It just seems like an off-putting choice. It
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
what do
seems like
you
he
what
wants
do you
to-
mean by that?
He
That's
wants
what I
to
wanna
bring
know.
it back. Why would you want to bring back sexual harassment? What is? Let me ask you. What's the benefit of it? What comes of it? Second date.
Financial compensation sometimes.
I think, yeah, that is fair. I think he's doing the right thing by saying as little as possible. He's the only
I don't think that should be allowed. That should be a new stipulation.
he's got a career ahead of him.
The new
Dude, I-
stipulation with the wild card should be you have to respond to everybody's questions.
You know, I after getting the wild card 6 out of 7 times, I'm starting to have a decent strategy at it.
We'll see.
Well, you lost the superpower draft.
So it's my turn,
Some
huh?
would say.
Everybody
It's your
would say.
turn.
So pick number 1 is off the board on this draft board that the viewers cannot see.
Things that are no longer the norm. Some of these I do kind of miss. I'm not going to lie.
There's one here that I'm gonna pick, and I think it's a great pick, but I feel like half of the audience is not gonna relate, and that hurts. But I think I had to go with my heart.
I think I know which one it is.
I think I'm going with number 7.
Oh, I was wrong.
You were wrong.
What do you think?
Letting the kids outside by themselves. I mean, it is a different world. I know growing up, we were outside all damn day.
All day.
Summertime, I'd leave the house at 9 in the morning. I wouldn't get home till like 10.
Yep, they'd call you in for dinner sometimes.
Yep.
I'd
When-
eat standing up so I could get back outside.
Yep.
When did this change? Because I was able to do this.
I don't
They
know.
don't do it now. Man.
Genuine question.
I
It's
think
not like that now. Like,
I feel like it's just changed honestly in like the last like 10 years.
But
or
I mean,
so.
when you say you were out all day,
I was
you
out
were
all
like
day.
on a bike riding places, or did your mom drive you?
That doesn't sound like a roast. It sounds like an actual question, right?
Yeah,
well,
no,
it was
well,
kind of
that's
a roast, too.
Oh,
It was definitely a roast.
Yeah, it's a
I mean, it really depended because a lot of my friends lived in the same neighborhood as me, so we would just like. But I mean, I went to school. I wasn't like Phil and like 7 smoking cigarettes and getting girls pregnant. Like I had to like go to school. Like that was my 9 to 5.
At least I was getting some action.
But I mean, were you allowed to have your dolls outside, or did you guys have to go to somebody's house?
Did I have my dogs outside? Is that what you're saying?
Dolls.
They're
Dolls.
action figures. They're action figures.
They're action figures.
They're actually figures with long hair and dresses.
Well, no bullshit, though.
You guys fucking play with He-Man. I don't want to hear it. That's
He-Man was
long
awesome.
hair.
He-Man was fucking
Uh,
great.
figure with long hair.
Ninja Turtles is better. So are you associating long hair with a gender? Wow, weird.
You guys- okay, I mean-
so anyway,
3
For
seconds ago,
somebody
you
that's-
guys were.
For somebody that's so pro sexual assault, I feel like you don't have a horse in this race, buddy.
so anyway, it was just a lot of fun. You know, like we used to be out. Josh and Zach, they were like 8 and 9, and they would get out of school. And the thing was, we had like a grandma, like this side of town, grandma there, our house in the middle. So they bounce around, but my mom would be working till like 6, commute home. By the time she got home, it was 8. We'd just be ripping and running. But it was the different thing. It just, we weren't worried about getting, like everybody, you could get kidnapped. Nowadays, it feels like if you leave your kid alone in a Walmart parking lot
You
for
get
2
judged.
minutes, she's gone.
I don't think. I
many
don't think
grandmoms
I
did you
like,
have? Let's start
think
there.
about it. Do any of us do any of us know a kid who was kidnapped?
What kind of question is
No,
that?
I'm like being legitimate.
No,
'cause,
yeah.
like,
There
we
was
worry about
a
it,
famous
like-
one in my hometown.
Yeah, there's a famous one like the Adam.
Well, I
you
always
know.
see
But I
like
didn't know 'em.
in like the store, they have all the pictures
Right.
of missing persons.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I can't. But you would think that there's 4 of us, right? One of us would know
What if I
somebody.
had
You're saying
somebody
sta-
close?
You're
yeah.
saying statistically, one of us might have been kidnapped at one point.
Could have been.
Maybe change our
I was
personalities.
chased
Possibly.
once.
You were what?
No, it's true. I was chased in the woods by a madman who was absolutely going to destroy me.
You've got great stuff for
Wait a
the
minute.
intro
Yeah.
this episode.
Wait, there's woods in Cleveland?
There is.
There's a lot of woods in Cleveland.
There's like maybe a
No,
park.
this is a true
there's
story.
no leaves. It's just
I,
wood.
I am. This is this. Thinking back,
Yeah, they're called Home Depots.
I didn't tell my parents.
Yeah.
I was with my 2.
Did he tell you not to tell them
yeah,
about
it
it?
sounds like he caught you.
I was with my cousins Bobby and Joey.
How fast
We're
did you
out-
get your pants from around your ankles?
We're out running. I'm gonna ignore that. We're out running around in the woods and all that, and there's this like log over kind of like a little lake, not a lake, but like a
A
river.
lake?
So we're on the other side, and all of a sudden we see this guy.
Uncle,
The Great Lakes are there.
That's not a log. That's a fucking
Listen.
tree.
Listen,
For the
this
street?
guy,
It's a-
this
it's called
guy
a
looks
bridge.
like every serial killer you've ever seen.
And he chased you?
Yeah, he starts coming after us.
Yeah.
My cousins Bobby and Joey, they're bigger than me. I'm probably like,
and then he started running after
I'm
you.
guessing I'm like 11.
Yeah.
They get over the log. They're gone.
They
I'm
left
like,
you, huh?
Yeah. So, and I remembered being scared, but I got over the log. We got away. We were flicking the guy off after that. Then we forgot it ever happened. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't say, "Hey, Dad, there's a psycho in the woods." Nothing.
Yeah.
We just went out
Yeah, you just
merry
live your
way.
life.
You're not a
Forgot
snitch.
about it. Yeah.
No snitches.
The good old days.
The good old
We
days.
used to walk
Times are
after football
changing.
practice. We used to walk past a junkyard. Was like There was a where we all used to go hang out. There was a junkyard on one block
You're
in
just
between.
rehashing the plot of Sandlot.
No, seriously. There was a junkyard.
There was this dog.
It was called Pino's, and there was a dog. It would literally chase us every time. Every time we walked past, and we'd all run like we did it, knowing it would chase us, and it was like kind of fun.
This son of a bitch had a pile of our baseballs. Wasn't until our friend Benny put on some flyers.
We had this baseball. It was signed by Babe Ruth and.
Baby Ruth. Yeah, different time.
But I'm saying like we worry about this stuff, but I can't really. I don't know anybody.
No, but now you hear about like people following people in Target, and you see the videos. I think that's what it is. People are just more scared.
I think we're so much more aware now because of social
more.
media. Like it's brought everybody together. Whereas like
that's the big
it's more
question.
in our minds than it is. I say the same thing. Tara has like some of the most irrational fears, right? She's like, I don't ever want to swim in a lake because I'm going to get eaten by an alligator. Because like you see like one video of somebody that was eaten by an alligator in like 1960.
It's possible.
Dude, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
Unless they're hungry.
The
Not
chances
that-
are it's not going
Not
to
that
happen.
one at
They're
Disney.
hungry, yeah.
Not that one at Disney World that grabbed that kid.
Yeah, it definitely grabbed that kid.
Christ.
Yeah, I have a fear.
And that's why you don't let your kids out of the house.
That was.
That's what it is. We get all the stories now. All right, next.
Nice
I've
moment.
never seen Sandlot.
Right.
Your life sucks. I'm gonna lend you Sandlot. Okay, I'm gonna bring it here next week.
Sounds like a disease.
I think we got to have a movie day.
I'm gonna lend you Sandlot.
We're gonna watch one movie that day. So it's
No, I think we got to
And
watch.
everyone's
Like,
going to be complaining that they
Listen,
got to go home.
we should be doing a podcast of Zach watches, and we just meet every week and we talk about the
he's
movie
never-
that he watched for
we
the
should
first
be doing
time.
that. He's never
that's a
seen
podcast.
Godfather. Guarantee it, right?
No,
never
he's
seen
never seen
Godfather.
That would
doesn't
be
know what
funny,
it is.
dude. And then you have like
God Almighty!
you film yourself watching the
No,
movie.
hey, if I had no job, I would definitely live stream me watching it, and then we can have the podcast episode of me recapping it.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
What classic movies have you seen?
I just saw Goodfellas last year, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's the greatest, one of the
Yeah.
greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and you guys are gonna maybe laugh at this. I don't know why, and I don't even believe this myself. But when you said classics, I for some reason thought about Chicken Little.
Wow.
It says a lot
I
about
don't.
you.
I don't know.
No, it says a lot
I
about
don't
it.
know the.
I was just
know
gonna
what to say
say
about
we're
I know,
we're eventually
I
gonna
know.
turn you into a Republican after all, but not with that comment.
No,
We
I'm
got to
saying-
do
Oh,
like
good Lord.
Hey, you don't know where I
this
come
is a
from.
community service. We got to help this guy.
I don't. No, I'm. That kind of was a cry for help. I don't know the brain connection.
Have
there,
you ever seen
'cause I
The
don't
Green
understand
Mile?
Myself. The what?
The Green
Yeah, all right,
Mile.
stop. saying this.
I've seen the Naked Mile.
He's
Isn't that
just
like
gonna
American
say
Pie?
he's not gonna say yes to anything. So
No, but there's got to be one that he's seen.
He just
Stand by
told
Me.
you.
I actually have never even heard about that before. A lot of these I've heard about.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Mark, save
anyway,
us.
Sorry,
yeah.
people.
We're okay. We'll table that. Whose turn is it? by
It's
the way?
mine.
Okay. Make a
All
pick.
right, I'm gonna go with some nostalgic things here. I think this I honestly cannot tell you the last time. Not only was I not involved, but I haven't even heard a story involving this in like recent years. And I think it's because we're just so plugged in, and everything is so available.
Yeah, but it saves kidnapping though.
And it
That's
just,
what I got.
I think we've taken the spontaneity out of life a lot with what we do. And I think that showing up unannounced is something that was the norm that's no longer the norm.
Sounds like a sitcom.
I mean, do you remember like you'd have a house phone. If you didn't answer it, you weren't fucking home. No one knew where you were unless you told them what your plans were, So it was always a roll of the dice whether or not you took the chance of going to somebody's house to see if they were there. You would just show up unannounced, and if they were there, dude, you were hanging.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So what'd you do if they weren't there? You just like waited?
No, you left.
No, you left.
Sounds like a waste of
And
time.
you try to see, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry, my generation's official.
Now we're like,
If we wanna
now
kidnap,
we're
we have
so
to, like,
in
do it
tune
right.
with like maximizing our
bad.
time energy that we don't do spontaneous things
But it wasn't
anymore.
that way. So
Oh,
like
spontaneous. I went to a house
Well,
that
there
no
was
one
less to
at.
do.
no,
back
but it
then.
wasn't like that because it wasn't
less
like
to do.
you were sitting home and you just drove to somebody's house. It would be like, oh, we were here. We're in the area
Hey,
of
we're on
Rocky's
this side of
house.
town,
Yeah, we're on your side of town. We knock on the door.
Yeah.
It was
And
like
not
that.
only that, but
No.
like back then, like a lot of us had a lot of family in the same city. Like
That's true,
people
yeah.
have moved everywhere now. But like where I lived, I literally had
Everybody was yeah.
4 or 5 uncles and aunts, a grandma, like another grandma, like all within, So you
I
could
show
pop
up at
in.
Josh's house
Yeah.
because he's across the street. Like sometimes I'll just stop there and knock on the door and see the
See,
kids.
and like that's
Yeah.
like you're like you don't hear about stuff like that
Let me
anymore.
ask you a question.
Like back in the day, like
You say something stupid
you,
again.
you'd call your friends to see if they were around, but like
this is a
whoever
solid
drove, like we'd all, car full of dudes, we'd go to everybody's house, like who's going to play basketball, like go to the courts. So like,
Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't even believe that like nobody answered the phone. You're like, by the time I get there 25 minutes from now, they might be home. So you're just showing
That's
up unannounced
true,
to try
yeah.
to drag
Yeah.
people out to go to the courts. Like,
Well, that's why I was out all day. 9 o'clock in the morning, we were rounding people up.
yeah.
Yep.
That used
So
to be fun. What were you gonna ask me?
You go to and I'm not going to say family. You go to a friend's house, really good friend.
This is back then or now?
Yeah, back then.
Okay.
Knock on the door. He's not there.
Yeah.
But his wife is. She invites you in. What do you do?
You in this question?
Good Lord.
What? He loved
No,
this
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Why?
He's
Because
playing
I
out
think
his
this is a-
fantasies.
Well, horn
No,
dog.
no. I think this to me tells me when you grew up.
But you're telling me about this time. This
Yeah,
is
you
like
guys
when
were children.
I was a kid.
No, I'm saying not as
Well,
a
I
kid. I'm
asked you
saying
this
right
time.
now.
I asked you now.
Right now.
No, I wouldn't do that. Who would do that?
Why would you?
So
I'm
do you wait till
confused.
your buddies are at work and you come knocking on the door?
No.
Yeah, what is the reality that you're making right now? It's
No,
us
no,
now our
it's-
age, but
it's-
back then.
No.
Factors?
So let's say that who's your best friend?
I think we've done
what's
this
her
on the
name?
show.
What's her name?
I'd have to say Phil.
I
Bagel.
think we've done this. I think we've done this on the show. I think you've asked him, and I think he answered yes because he's friends with the girl
Yeah.
before his friend.
Wait,
or whatever. That you would you go to the house before because you're friends with your friend's girlfriend or something. You've
Would I
gone
hang
out.
out with like a girlfriend?
Well, like you get
alone?
there to hang out with all of them, and you're there
Okay,
before
let me-
him.
so-
Samara
Oh,
doesn't mind
yeah.
if you hang
Yeah,
out
we've
with
had
like a
this
female
conversation.
friend.
I mean, I don't do it like really anymore. I don't know. She probably would,
Yeah.
but I'd still do
Yeah,
it. I'm,
I mean,
I'm my own
like
person.
if I went to if Mark and I were going out to grab a drink,
Yeah.
I got there first. Tara says, "Hey, well, why don't you come in and wait inside?"
Yeah.
And she's not meaning anything.
Oh,
by
I'd
it.
go in. Yeah.
No way. No way. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't
no,
go in
no.
either. I
I
don't
wait
do
I
that.
it.
get it. So this wasn't a horny thing. You were
Oh
actually,
no.
you were-
This was a respect thing.
Okay.
Like you would.
Yeah.
If you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I'm not like it's.
You don't
I'm
have
friends
respect.
with that person, like,
You're like,
I
I'm
walk-
just going to go in and possibly bang.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, hey, this
it just was
1%.
like a respect thing. In fact, like the guys that I hung out with, if they came home and I was in the house,
They would beat you up.
it wasn't a good.
it's just different. I guess.
Yeah.
Sure is. All right, we're in round one,
Yeah, damn.
so let's stop with
Hey,
the side
Kelly,
quest.
why do you smell like Jacquard Noir?
Is it your turn?
It's my turn.
No, it's
His turn. All right,
Because
let's
Rocky
go.
stopped by to
That's
see
a, we
if
should
you
have
were home.
we should have given them bullying.
Bowling.
Bullying.
Oh,
Bullying. Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved that more than this fucking.
Yeah,
pick I
sexual
had.
assault's better.
All right,
Sexual
team
assault's
High I'm
definitely
Normal
better.
in the second round is gonna go with road trips without a GPS.
Yeah.
We
It's
actually
good
had
one.
to MapQuest from PA to Florida. And I can't imagine having like 16 pieces of paper and then you make the wrong turn. You're gonna live in another state at that point.
Well, imagine before MapQuest was a jumping technology in the, in the
luxury.
90s.
Yeah.
Road that, it was just a road map. A road map or
AAA
directions.
and the triptych.
They'd be like, hey, so you get on the turnpike, take it to.
My God,
fold-out
17
map.
pages of directions.
You remember just memorizing directions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else you'd call and say-
exits, entrances.
That to me
towns.
doesn't-
Like you had to read road signs.
Yeah.
That-
God
that's-
forbid
that's
there was
insane.
ever a fucking detour and you weren't familiar with the area.
You were lost. You just
Trips off.
you just went home. Yeah.
Went home.
Yeah.
Trips off.
That's
Or else,
so-
or
that
else you'd
doesn't
call
make
your
sense
friend
to
and
me.
be like, "Hey, tell me how to get to your house.
the
Oh,
hell-
there's this tree.
Yeah.
At the tree, make a right."
How the hell do I get around the Mississippi? This is insane.
Yeah, road trips without GPS. I don't know how life existed. Seriously.
I'm telling you, dude. So some of our best like family trips were where like my dad would be like, "Hey, who wants to go for pizza?" And we would drive to a place in Delaware that we liked, right? So it was already going to be like a 2.5 hour trip.
Jesus.
Never remembered where the fucking place was, so we'd always end up
Somewhere else.
spending the night somewhere in like
That's fun.
Delaware, Virginia, like, and then planning like different shit. Like it was cool. It was a
Yeah.
different time. Now it's all about like,
here we go.
Can I beat the time that it says?
Oh,
can we
yeah.
not? Are we gonna stand on the soapbox this whole episode?
Yeah, man, this is nostalgic.
We're gonna be here all fucking night.
Yeah, we are.
All right, I'm going
This
to
is
go
about clips.
team Those were the days. Reprimanding children in public.
What do you mean when you say reprimand?
I can't tell you the
Little
number
smack
of
around.
times I saw a friend of mine or a random stranger get absolutely smacked in the
Oh, so you
face
mean hitting,
in like
yeah.
a Walmart or a Target by
Yeah.
their mom and dad.
Yeah.
That was common. We don't
Yeah.
even. We're like, oh, hey, like didn't even flinch.
If they
I've been
didn't do it,
smacked
there's
by
a problem.
friends' mothers before.
I went to
yeah.
Catholic school when
Thank
I was
you.
young for a
Yeah.
couple years. I
Thank
got
you.
hit in school.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
They
One
used to hit
time,
us with the ruler.
One time, my dad brought me. I was young enough to be in the cart. He took me out of the cart to get better aim. Nobody said a thing. Nobody even blinked an eye. I remember thinking, "Help! Like somebody help!" So yeah, reprimanding children in public. You never see it. If you raise your voice now, it's a
Yeah.
big deal.
It's on
Yeah,
TikTok.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's not only on TikTok, but it's on the Rants Raised reviews, and 50 other people post on it. It's,
I almost
it's crazy.
actually, yeah, and I got to be careful of that because sometimes, like at the restaurant, the kids will be playing in the playground and their parents aren't watching them.
So you smack them around.
So yeah, I go walk in there and I
Wants to.
take off my belt. No.
Hey, whoa.
So, anyways, yesterday there was these two bigger kids that were like standing at the front of the slide.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there were little kids and they were going to get hurt. So I walked. I'm waiting for the parents to say something. I walk in and I go, "Hey guys, I need you to get down. Somebody's going to get hurt." And I turned and one parent looked at me like she was about to say something, and then she realized probably I shouldn't.
Who you
You
are?
know who you were?
Were you like,
No, I
really-
think she realized
She
I was
realized who he
maybe-
was.
Maybe borderline insane. And she's like, I'm going to let this
Really?
one go.
Bitch.
All you do is say something, right?
Yeah.
All right, my turn, right? All right. Team, what do you have a team name? Did anybody?
Those were the days.
Everybody, I didn't hear anybody's
Team
team
High
name.
Normal. I said it twice.
I didn't say mine yet. Dude, where's my karma?
Nice.
Wow, that's a mark. The olden days I picked.
The olden days.
All right. I'm going with birthday parties at McDonald's. And this is a personal pick. And I'll tell you what. That chocolate cake was fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
It was so good.
Best chocolate cake you ever had in your life.
So, like, we have a bunch of pictures from back then, the McDonald's parties, all cool.
how many of them? How many adults
cool.
were smoking in those pictures?
I don't know, not a lot, but I'm sure they were smoking in there. But I'll tell you this, my mother got me really good one time for my 13th birthday. Now, 13th is a little too old for a McDonald's birthday. It was the last number on the wheel. I thought we were going to the mall. Now, this is back in the day, to go to Sam Goody to buy a couple of CDs that I wanted for my birthday.
Sean Paul.
No, not Sean Paul. I think it might have been like,
NAA.
no, it might have been Biggie. So, and Wu-Tang. It was Wu-Tang Forever. So anyway,
Wu-Tang forever.
she said she wanted to stop and get and eat at McDonald's before we went. And I was like, well, there's a McDonald's in the mall. She wanted to go to one in Hoboken. So we go in there, and I'm in the main dining room, and I see like two friends pass by, like out of nowhere.
Like,
and I don't think anything of it. And one of them was like laughing at me. So then, all right, I'm just minding my business. Somebody comes from the playroom and is like, hey, your mother wants you. She's in there. I walk in and it's everybody. It's my aunts, my uncles, friends from
man.
school. And I'm 13. And, I'm 13. I think I'm cool.
Yeah, he's had like
And we
Is
had
Ronald
them-
was
he's had
Ronald
like
there?
18 sexual
Yeah,
partners by then.
no. Yeah, 18.
Shane smoked like
Come on,
45
man.
packs of cigs.
But anyway, I was really pissed because I wanted to get my CDs. But it wound up being, it was pretty fun. And it was funny. It was a good story.
So you didn't
later
yell
on.
at her or anything? What would have happened if you would have yelled
I
at
would
her?
have beat her up. No, nothing. I wouldn't yell at her.
You
I
wouldn't
would have
yell
never
at her?
yelled. No, I wouldn't yell at my mom.
Really?
No.
He was stressed out.
I would when my dad wasn't there.
He's gonna need a smoke.
No, I wouldn't do that.
And then
What?
then it'd be go time when he got
When he
home.
got home, I never yelled at my mother. I respected my mother.
No.
I was a good boy.
I do too. If she were ever asked me in the house, I would accept the invite.
Yeah, McDonald's parties though, a lot of fun.
I think you should recreate one.
Couldn't bat an eye at that.
I think they still do them.
No, I'm saying for your
I
teenage
wonder if you
daughter.
heard that. I want to
Just
wait.
surprise her.
Gonna hear
That'd
it
be
later.
funny.
Hear it in the
Just
playback.
surprise her.
Yeah,
What
or
would
maybe
she
like
do?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
Chuck E. Cheese would work.
I used to get stuck in the playground on in
Her
Chuck E.
18th
Cheese.
birthday.
What would she do? Would she get mad?
Yeah, she get mad, but knowing her, she takes things well. She would probably wind up having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got lost in the Chuck E. Cheese playground one time.
Wait, lost in the Chuck E. Cheese.
small.
It's like a
It was
square.
the one that's on the ceiling. That's like connected to the ceiling. I remember going in it, and I literally was like, I might not. I'm not even kidding.
This roof is hot.
No, I walked in. I looked at my mom one time, and I was like, I might never see you again. Like, I went in, and then I remember seriously, I got in my head. That's what happened because I went in, and there's like kids going, it's like mice in there. I think I'm traumatized. Like, I walked in, and there's like all these kids, crawling past you, all this shit. I'm like, okay, I think I've had enough of this. And I walk out and I try to turn the corner and I'm like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. I'm not kidding.
Did you cry? Wait, did
I
you
remember
cry?
banging on. You know how like the glass is like it's like a half circle, so you can like kind of sit in the glass. I literally was smacking the glass. And I was saying, Mom, she was eating a piece of pizza like in the thing. I was traumatized.
I turned the corner. There's this giant fucking costume rat.
Were you
I
turning
never-
14 or?
I don't remember how old I was. I definitely wasn't. It was in Pennsylvania, so I wasn't more than like 4 or 5.
When I
Maybe.
finally got out of it,
But
I went
Chuck E.
to the
Cheese
bar to
is
have
small.
a drink because it was my 21st birthday.
I seriously think that I thought that playground, like that's attached to the ceiling that you crawl in through.
Yeah.
I thought that was like
Death.
a city.
Death
Like it was
maze.
insane.
I think we should go to the Chick-fil-A playground afterwards
Yeah,
and
see if
recreate.
you- my brother got lost in the Discovery Zone one time.
I haven't relived.
You guys
that
ever been to
story
Discovery Zone?
since-
So it's like Chuck E. Cheese setup, but imagine that by like times 10.
Oh, God.
It was huge. It was like a whole floor in a building that was all maze.
He
He got lost. I had to rescue him.
Who was it?
Josh.
Josh.
I had to rescue. I had to go in and get him out.
Yeah. So Chuck E.
This
Cheese
was at a
playground.
Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to remember.
All right.
Yeah.
Second bit.
Flashbacks.
See, this episode is exactly what
All
I
right, don't
wanted to
pat your
happen to.
episode on the
Lot
back.
of-
Just do
lot
the
of
thing.
nostalgia. All right, dude.
Like and
Where's my
subscribe.
karma with their second pick? I'm picking
We're on the
leaving
second
your
round.
kids at practice. This used to be commonplace. I can remember my parents used to sign us up for activities just so they could drop us off.
Just take
and
You don't leave your kids
hightail
at
out
practice?
there. Huh?
I leave my kids at practice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ooh,
We-
bad pick.
We do. It's
no longer norm.
but it's not norm. So
Yeah, you're
we'll
weird.
do it if we have to go from like one practice to another.
Yeah.
But I mean, you always feel the need to explain yourself too
I don't
nowadays.
even explain shit.
No.
No.
You're like, I'll be back. I got to drop the other kids off of volleyball, so I'll be back to pick this one up.
They're like, dude, why are you
I
telling
feel
me?
honestly, I feel like
it's very judgy.
set yourself free. I feel like this is one of the ones you can still do.
Yeah,
Just do it.
Oh,
I'd do it.
man. I don't know, man. People are so judgy. They're
Give a
like,
fuck.
Leaving kids
I
at
get
practice.
that, but that's the whole point. Like, all this stuff is judgy. I mean, shit.
Some of
you
it.
should be allowed to name call without being judged.
I name call. I just said retard.
Yeah, but should you?
What? Hey,
Why not?
Also, practices used to be a lot longer too, right? When we were kids, like I can remember baseball practice being like 2 to 3 hours long. Like it was like a question mark. It was like however well
That's
practice
true.
is
Yeah,
going.
that's true.
That's how long we're gonna practice. And if your parents were back by the end of it, fine. If not, you're sitting by your fucking self in the
Waiting
dugout,
for a ride, yeah.
waiting for mom to come back and
That's
pick
true.
you up.
Leaving kids at practice,
At
the way you
practice.
wrote it sounds like abandonment. It doesn't sound like you're dropping them off. So thanks for that.
Well, what are you supposed to just watch them practice all the time? I got shit to
I
do.
know, right? Seriously, I don't
My
Yeah,
know.
but I
life
think
is
they do
watch them
now.
practice.
Like my dad, I don't. Before he died, if you'd asked him what sports did Rocky play, I don't know if he he would have known soccer because he likes soccer. I don't know that if he would have known that I played like baseball.
He didn't know you were an all-state tight end.
Yeah, well, no, he knew that because I had to explain to him first what football was,
Oh wow.
and that your
and
position is
then-
called tight end.
and then what tight end meant.
Now
of the
this story
positions.
running through the woods makes sense, Rocco. Get out of that
Were you
car.
queer?
Get out of that car. I need to spank you.
Man, we're saying words today, huh?
Yeah.
No, it's my dad. He actually asked me that one. It was a less genteel.
Can't change the past, Zach.
It's a less genteel.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna say, hi, I'm normal. Team Hi, I'm normal. In the third round is taking name calling.
Name calling.
Yeah.
But
Name calling's fun.
I mean it in a general sense,
Yeah.
not these words you guys are, not the smarky you guys are throwing around.
Well, idiot's good.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, there's a couple like that you can like get away with.
Strictly, this is no longer a normal thing, and that's why I picked it in my draft.
I think name call. I mean, I guess
So do
it's
you
not.
like that or no?
Who are you, Dr. Phil?
Well, no, because like I think there's difference. Like
I
name
think
calling.
name calling is healthy.
If you're good friends, it's almost like okay, you know, you made it. You guys are close.
That's true.
if it's derogatory, like, you know, we did say words that now you could never say.
No,
Yeah, but I think in general though, you can't say like, unless you are close friends. I think you can't just call somebody a name.
Yeah.
Even though I do it sometimes, but you can't just call somebody any name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're liable for somebody to just be really sensitive about it. I mean,
I'm sorry, man. If you blow a red light and you pull out in front of me and nearly hit me, you're a fucking cocksucker.
yeah,
Like,
but they
I
don't.
care.
Yeah,
I
fair.
really, they don't hear you though.
Fuck, they don't. Dude, my window's down, my fingers out the window.
Oh, I want to see it.
It's bad.
What
It's real
was
bad.
so like? What's the most like? What's a name?
What's the name? I was called a lot. Hot, cute, zaddy.
It's not at all what I was going to ask, and we
sorry.
know better because you were busy.
Your
being
brother
lost
was
in the-
really nice.
Jesus.
What was there a term that you used to say when you were young that now you're like, oh, I can't believe I ever said
Oh,
that?
I don't know.
You know, say it. I know.
Just
We
say
all
it.
know.
Jit maybe.
Jit is not.
That's
Yeah.
not a
anything.
name.
I'm trying to think of like.
Jit bag is a name.
Are you talking like where I grew up and like?
No,
Florida?
like
No,
a
no, no. What's a
derogatory
name
term
that
that
you-
now you'd be like, I can't believe I ever said that.
Oh, probably the R word.
Retard.
Yeah, that one.
I mean,
Well, I
if we
mean, think-
can I say something? Though?
Dude, I gotta even out this first
Well, I'm
pick
saying,
you gave me. Okay,
why can't I say it?
Do you want to call and ask permission to see if you can?
But so
No,
the word, the
this
word,
first pick you guys gave me, I gotta like.
the
balance
word
it
is
out.
dead, right? From using it for people that they used to use it for, right?
Yeah.
So then why can't I use it to call Mark stupid now?
Yeah. You should be able to.
You should ask the.
I'm just saying, if it's not used for that, why is it derogatory? If I'm just saying he's
the thing that
it's a
shocks
different
me
thing.
is
So retard means regression. Like you should
that
be allowed
there,
to
that's
say
you
like
in a
this is,
nutshell.
we're not being progressive. Like it's
Yeah.
regressive.
Yeah.
It's
As
retarded.
a matter of fact, your thoughts on this are retarded.
it's retarded.
Well,
they're going backwards. It's retarded.
the thing is, it's like the speed that words that just even a couple years ago were okay,
Yeah.
that aren't now is
Yeah.
what shocks me. So like,
Yeah.
what is worse? Is it okay to call somebody deaf, hard of hearing, or hearing impaired? Which is the correct term?
Oh, probably the third one.
Dude, any of them are fine.
But why?
So
Isn't deaf just
deaf is the most appropriate.
Oh,
Hearing impaired is next. Hard of hearing is an insult.
really?
But and I'm like, why? Like,
It's just a term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What corporate classes are you taking right now? Where
no.
you're teaching me this shit?
So my daughter is a speech pathologist at a school for the deaf, and so I was asking, and she was like, well, no, you can't. Like, hard of hearing is
Yeah.
because that basically, it's saying they're not normal.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
your hard of hearing.
Yeah, and
But they're not. Neither am I. None of us are normal. Like, what? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I'm
People
short as shit.
Yeah.
We make fun of that all day, right?
Call
I'm
you
not
fucking
crying
midget
about
all the time.
Whoa,
Like,
the
what?
M word.
Exactly.
The M word. I can't believe you said the M word.
Your R word and M word.
Good lord. Yeah, I knew the deaf one though, because the St. Augustine is still the St. Augustine School for the Deaf and
Deaf.
Blind.
Yep.
All right, is it my
That's
turn? Wow.
It's my turn.
Your turn,
and,
okay.
Those were the days. We're going to go with leaving a dog in a car. That was pretty normal.
Commonplace,
bad.
dude. You crack the window.
Yeah.
You run into the store.
Heck,
Nowadays,
you left kids in cars.
Go to jail for it.
nowadays, if you don't have that fucker in a 3-piece suit and you're toting him around in your cart, fucking,
You're carrying him, or he's in a stroller.
People get their
at
windshields.
Trader Joe's,
their
people are
glass
fucking
broken.
throwing rotten tomatoes at you.
No, they're breaking the windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Even
Save-
if they're down, they're still breaking the windows.
Save the dogs.
Good lord.
Somebody's going to kill a dog with a brick, and it's going to be.
But you can't use bricks. Some of
break
these
the
are like
window.
old man picks, dude.
Yeah, geez, it's getting slim. It's getting slim here.
I'm gonna go telephone conversations.
Yeah.
They're gone.
They are gonna. You know what? They used to be the best.
They were.
What do you mean? I still have telephone conversations.
quick.
Yeah, with
You,
all
obviously
right,
you're
so-
gonna have a conversation with Samara, right?
Can I have
But do you ever call just like your friends and you're like, "Hey, what's up, man? Let's shoot the shit for a little bit."
Yeah, I have sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
I'm actually being better at that.
I challenge that.
I used to look forward to every night when I was in school, getting home and calling 1-2 friends,
Yep.
and maybe if I was lucky that week, one girl, and just be on the phone the whole 5-hour blocks where your mother or father's telling you to get off the phone.
I think that's what we're
That's
talking
what we're
about.
talking
You're paying
about.
for the minutes.
No,
No,
you
you
weren't
were
paying
not
for
paying
minutes
for
of your home
minutes.
phone.
Oh,
Shut
fuck
up.
you. I tried to be.
No,
Only
you
for
don't know
long
what you're
distance.
talking about. Yeah, that was long distance.
No, but I think it is like I think
tried today.
phone calls short are coming back some,
Yeah.
but
I
not
see what you're
like
saying.
like I remember my best friend. We would call Monday Night Baseball. It was the only night of the week it was on. We'd literally
The
be
whole
on the
game.
phone the whole game,
Yeah.
and it was like now they'd be like, "You a serial killer?" Like
Yeah. Yeah, I used to
Guy
watch
from the
movies with people over the
You
phone.
didn't text me first. I had no idea you were calling. Why'd
This
you,
is in-
why'd
this is
you call
inappropriate.
unannounced?
This is inappropriate.
I'm gonna feel attacked by your call.
Your actions seem R-worded.
All right, whose turn is it?
That's mine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just
Come
gonna
on, Mark.
abbreviate this.
Yeah, okay. It's number 9.
It's number 19.
Okay.
Jeez.
So this is another thing. This goes along kind of like with my showing up unannounced. I can remember as a child, my parents would have friends come over with their kids, and like legit, we would just hang at the house all day long, man. No agenda, no one's going anywhere. TV's on, food's being prepared. People might be in the pool. People might be taking a nap. Like it don't matter. But I feel like families hanging out at someone's house all day without the premise of a party. Just
Yeah.
families getting together and hanging out all day.
Yeah.
is gone. I feel like that's gone.
So
No, I mean
my
I get-
family's a little different. I
So-
think because we're like super close. So like we do this sometimes.
And all
I
related
think
in some
I think
way.
it's different if
Huh?
it's
What?
Which I didn't hear you say.
I think it's
say
different
it.
if it's relatives, right? So like I
Okay.
can see like
You
going
said
with like
families,
brothers.
though, you know?
What I meant by
Yeah,
that
he
is
meant
like different
families,
families.
but yeah.
Oh,
You know,
different.
like-
Okay.
Like us
okay.
just like coming to your house, like showing up unannounced
Yeah.
and be like, hey, let's chill all day.
Well,
we,
get ready.
we duck like there was a
Yeah,
fire.
exactly. That's my point. It's like it's
Or a
all,
drive-by
it's
or
gone,
something.
man. It's a thing of the past.
I
Shut up, everybody! Shut up.
you know I'm starting to realize that
Get your fingers out of the fucking place.
I'm starting to realize that you guys just weren't efficient back then. You know?
Fishing?
Yeah, efficient.
Oh, efficient.
Yeah, you just like
we
hung
had
out
fun.
At random,
Yeah, it was fun.
You like
Yeah.
just spent the day doing.
So what have you
nothing.
done with all that time you've gained?
Yeah.
Scroll through TikTok because you're not like.
Well, I get paid to do that now, so
Yeah, but that's because you hung out with us. Kinda.
yes. So
Oh wait, are we the best thing that's ever happened?
so I'm a slave. Wait, I can't. I'm the S word.
No, it was fun, man. It was cool. Like when we, obviously we're family now, but yeah, like we'll just on a Saturday if we have nothing planned.
Yeah.
Not lately, but we'll be like, hey, what are you doing? Hanging out? We just go over to the house and just
Yeah,
shoot
but
the
your
shit.
family is close. Like you're
We're
close.
super close, yeah.
You're close to the point where like I
chromosomes.
feel uncomfortable when I'm there and it's the rest of the family.
That's you, buddy.
And not only, but
Come around more often.
and not only because every single time Josh makes a dad crack in front of your mom.
Yeah, that's great. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Dad cry.
Yeah,
We
about
may-
me
yeah.
being
But then
his
it's hard
dad.
too because like you don't.
We do that
understand
when
it.
you're not around.
They start talking in their native language and you don't really understand it. You know, they're like, gabagool. And
You
you're
like
what
being
the
around-
fuck is that?
Mark's been around us for like a whole day.
Yeah.
Mark likes being around.
Yeah,
us.
that tracks.
He's jealous.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That shit's fun, dude. I love those kind of like I love like those kind of awkward moments where everybody kind of lives for like the awkward piece of it. Like when we go to the pool and shit. When we
I
go to that
just feel
summer
bad
days.
for his mom.
and the
I don't
summer-
care for me. I feel bad for.
We do it. We
Are you
do it when
kidding?
you're not around.
because I keep thinking that
She's probably in on it the most, man. She just
No.
rolls her eyes at that
no,
shit.
no, she's a good woman. She's a good woman.
Yeah, what is that? That makes her a bad woman if she thought it was funny?
No, I don't think. I think. Come on.
All right,
It's
so
awkward.
if you went,
It's awkward.
if you went to Phil's house and you knocked on the door and Phil wasn't home and she invited you in, you going in?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I
what
have.
would you
No.
do? Trish?
My turn, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, team. Hi, I'm Normal. Is going grocery shopping.
yeah.
This is a good one. I should have picked this.
Yeah.
I don't. It's slim pickings here in the fourth round. I don't really
This is
fully
a
believe this, but
solid
we are
fourth win.
getting to the point where a lot of Instacart.
I'll back you up on this.
A lot of HelloFresh. They're even making Amazon Freshes. I think that's what they're called. Where like you buy. All
I'd say I do
beforehand.
about 80% of my grocery shopping on my phone.
Interesting. See, I don't. I still go.
I don't.
I go to the store like a real
Neanderthal.
American.
Once in a I'll go to Costco. That's about it right now.
This is going to sound super old man, but I make sure that I don't let that die. Tara does a lot
That
of
is
like
weird of you.
she does like a lot of like
Weird hill to die.
Target online orders and shit. I love, dude, browsing up and down the aisles looking for like those
You
BOGOs.
spend more money that way though.
And more time.
You do, but you also like It also like stimulates
You
your
also see
creativity
that
with like
special
what you want to
Coke
make
flavor
for
that
food.
you wouldn't know about if it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait,
I mean,
so-
that's cool, but like when you don't have a lot of time, which I'm sure you guys.
So
could
that was the
relate
premise
with.
behind this. Is like nowadays everybody goes for like they still grocery shop, but they go for like that one meal at a time. It's not like I'm going to prepare for like 2-3 weeks. I'm going. I need these 3 ingredients for tonight's meal that I just saw on TikTok.
That's what you do.
No. That's what you see a lot of that
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
no.
supermarkets now.
I would
I don't do that.
I would buy like my meals with like HelloFresh if it didn't just cost so much.
Oh, you're talking about like hello. Oh, I get
Well,
what
no,
you're
The
I'm
good
saying.
also-
thing about
talking
HelloFresh
about-
though is like there's zero waste. Like it is
Yeah, it's true.
perfect. You
Responsible.
know?
Yeah.
Whereas like when you buy for yourself, if I'm making dinner for just Trish and I,
You need green onions. You got to buy a whole bunch of it.
not only that, but it's like I make too much anyways, and then we
Yeah.
got leftovers. Nobody.
if you make more than one of your fucking meatballs, that's way too much.
I knew that was coming.
That can feed your whole fucking
I
family.
mean, I take this as like a not a criticism. Mark ate like he was double fisting those meatballs.
I was not,
like
man.
like
No, my
Fred
cousin was
Flintstone.
eating them a lot.
Yeah,
he
he
had
was-
one though.
I
Oh, he
one.
had several. He had at one point
Yeah,
there
we were
was one in
sitting
each
through
hand.
a 4-hour draft.
No,
we were
looked-
drunk.
It looked like several because I took that one and I cut it down into 12 normal sized meatballs.
Well, this
Hey,
is-
some people like a big meatball.
This I can promise. You'll never eat another meatball all night.
It's like a threat.
All right, team. Those were the days. I would say kids meeting at the rec center. This was a big part.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
This was a big part of my childhood. Like we'd buy the membership for the summer.
Yeah.
Man, we were there as soon as it opened until it closed at 5 or 6.
Yep.
Then we'd go play basketball, baseball, whatever we were, something. But man, air hockey, bullying other kids, name calling, it was all there in full effect.
Dude, and nowadays they don't even know how to act at a rec center. We went to take our kids to an open volleyball night at the Claremont Rec Center. You go in, it's fucking mayhem, dude. It's just 1,000 people on the court hitting balls like there's like no organized
no
game
organized
going on.
game, yeah,
You're like,
that
what is
sucks.
going on here?
There were
This
rules.
is weird.
Listen, at the rec center, there were rules.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were, and like, this is how you got the next game.
If you had next and your team wasn't ready, you were
Yeah,
skipped.
missed
You were
out, yeah.
you're gone. Your guys in the shitter. Nope. You guys get back in line.
You should have put Foursquare on this list.
Okay.
I don't, I don't think I've ever played Foursquare.
Yeah, it's not normal anymore. Apparently,
Was it normal back then? Is what I think. What
What
I'm
about
saying.
kick the
it was
can?
normal for a good time.
Ever play kick the can?
No.
Yeah.
You play. What about Manhunt? Do you ever play
Oh,
Manhunt?
dude, I love Manhunt. Yeah.
Manhunt is great in a whole city. Like I grew up, we played Manhunt across the whole city.
That's
I know.
crazy.
They have programs dedicated to finding those people too. Just saying.
That's insane.
But we did because the city's Hoboken's only like a mile and
Yeah.
a little bit of change square. So
I can actually see Hoboken be like a cool city to honestly to play that in. There's a lot of other cities you can't, right? Like inner city Philly and shit like that. Like you can't do that. New York
No,
City, you can't
Hoboken-
do
Yeah,
that.
can.
I mean Hoboken. The worst thing, might fall over a bum or
I mean,
something.
that was my friend's nephew.
Phil might try hitting on you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
By a bum? Does it
No,
bring
by a
back bad
gun.
Memories?
By a gun.
Bum.
Idiot.
You didn't say
Gun. I said gun.
Worst thing would be like
Come
Phil
on.
trying to hit on you, or like trying to bum a cigarette off you back in the day. Probably the worst thing if you're playing Manhunt in Hoboken.
I made a lot of women happy. So, is it my turn again?
Yeah, it is.
So
Never heard of.
I'm just gonna rip the
12-year-old called a
Band-Aid off.
woman
I'm gonna
before.
do you a favor because I know you don't want to do it. I'm going 2 genders.
I was going there next.
I mean, it's just not normal anymore.
Not
It
normal.
isn't. There's not much else to say about it. Whether I disagree or agree,
Yeah.
mum's
like-
the word.
It's kind of like my name calling pick.
Is it?
Well, it's your draft. Yeah, I mean, it just isn't normal anymore.
Yeah, it isn't. It really isn't. I mean, I don't know how many. There's like 15 of them. I don't.
No,
Being a
I think there's
healthcare
like
professional.
51.
What?
Being a healthcare professional, I can't tell you how frustrating this one is.
Well, is there 51 sexual orientations? Is what you're saying?
So like on
or
like on some of the dating apps,
Yeah.
I think that they have as many as 51 different designations.
but is that considered
Destinations.
gender? Or is that just orientation?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's probably orientation because I know like
Yeah, it has to be
Uh,
orientation.
gosh, who's the guy?
So how many genders are there actually now? There's like male, female. Then there's whatever.
Well,
it is.
there's
No, the
non-bi-
asexual is a
there's
different
like
thing.
the
Non-binary.
Yeah,
Then there's gender fluid.
but
gender fluid,
it's
pansexual.
Is that's orientation?
No, pansexual is
it's not a gender.
yeah. So I guess it's what you find attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really just non-binary male female.
Yeah,
Right?
there's a couple. So the last time that I had to designate for a course, there were 7. I can't remember. So it was male, female. Female identify as a male. Male identify as a female.
Okay.
Non-binary, and then there were 2 others because there were 7 total. And what baffled me was, it was for a healthcare course too, and it's like you guys are perpetuating this. Like what kind of trouble this that incurs with this, because in healthcare you need to know gender. There's certain tests you can't run on some genders. There's certain markers that will be different in genders, and if you're not truthful with your born identity, then you could receive treatment that isn't appropriate for your gender.
Wow,
And
this
it's
what
just
are they-
frustrating.
Got so deeper.
So what do they do with
deep.
that then? Because that is like pretty interesting, and
It is so
Waivers.
interesting.
Everything's a waiver nowadays, and make sure that you just you chart your fucking eyeballs out.
You might as well get your 4th pick in here right now
What is my 4th pick?
before we keep talking about that.
I noticed Zach was.
Yeah, Zach
Silent.
No,
turtled up.
I just think I think gender and sex are 2 different things.
Well, that's what we were saying.
Yeah. So it kind of just confuses me because
So gender.
why would you
is-
track? Don't you also track sex?
What do you mean?
Because that's isn't
Well, your sex is your gender.
no, because gender is social construct.
What?
Sex is you got one thing or you don't have one
Well, that's
thing.
gender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think gender is.
No.
Same, but on forms they'll ask what your sex is, but
Yeah.
that's what your gender is.
It's it's like ethnicity and something else.
Nationality.
Yes.
Here's the problem: is trying to cross T's and dots I's with the meanings of words when they want to when you want to forgo the meanings of other words to then say no, gender means this. It's a social construct.
think,
It's
Yeah. I just think
where do you draw the line with this shit?
Yeah, but by definition, there are. I mean, I sound probably uneducated now, but by definition, there are 2 things. Two things. One of them is based off what you biologically have, and then the other one is what you identify as,
Right.
based off what the male or female or all the in between
And you're right
expectations
about.
are.
Yeah, so you're right because when they say
Okay,
you're
I get what you're
gender
saying.
fluid,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
then gender would be you're
Yeah.
fluid with it.
But
right?
on the front page of your medical chart is what you designate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that's because
So deep, huh?
you shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, dude, where's my karma? Pick 4. I'm going straight fucking nostalgia here, man. I miss these days too. Just adults hanging out, playing sports and shit, man. Getting together in the street. Hey guys, let's meet in the street. Let's go have a catch.
They're building a great pickleball facility on 192. You heard about it?
Oh, nice.
It's called, I forget, it's got a badass, bad to the bone
I'm
name.
looking forward, honestly, to now that volleyball is
Pickle
over and summer coming up. I'm looking forward
ball.
to us trying to really negotiate some of these nights to go play some pickleball, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but I want to.
Trish and I want to actually start playing. We haven't yet. We joked around, but
Yeah.
we haven't really played.
We've played together probably maybe 3 or 4 times, and it's been fun. It is fun.
Niche play too or no?
No, Niche won't play. You won't even pick up
But
the
even
paddle.
just fucking dusting off
not
the old
athletic
mitt,
at all.
dude. Dusting off the old mitt and meeting in the,
would've-
meeting
I would've
in the
guessed
street
you
to throw the baseball around. Shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Chucking a football around. And not an organized, hey,
I know what you're saying.
we're going to everyone's staying at this hotel. Let's throw the
I
football
think
around
you
the
just need
pool.
to be in my family, I think. Because we do a lot of this stuff.
That's what it sounds like, man.
Yeah, just come over.
All right.
What was
too,
my
but you won't-
What was
you
my
won't.
take about pickleball?
I'll come
Something
over
about how it's
unannounced.
not an Olympic sport. Oh yeah, ping pong. Pickleball will never reach the eliteness of. ping
You're
pong.
wrong, though, right?
Oh, no, he's
Fastest growing
right.
sport? No, it
Thank
won't.
you.
No, he's.
Actually, I don't know.
Oh,
if
as
I
far
want
as
that.
technical ability.
Oh no, I think he's just talking about being an Olympic sport.
the gravitas of all of it.
I think it
Oh.
will.
Yeah,
Once
no.
pickleball hits,
It's already on
the Olympics,
ESPN. Pickleball leagues are already.
I thought pickleball
So
was
it's cornhole, but it's not an Olympic.
pickleball's an
sport.
Olympic sport this year, I think, right?
Oh, shit,
It's
is it?
it's one of those. It's a trial.
Oh, it's a
not
trial?
An official
Wow,
one,
you sound
but-
stupid
Pickleball
already.
doesn't no, pickleball doesn't have my respect until it's in the
Nobody
Olympics.
cares about your respect.
So it's in the Olympics. Jesus.
Whose turn is it, Rocky? Oh, I keep thinking you're first. I'm sorry.
What do we even
Well,
have
it's
left
'cause-
here?
I'll tell you what's not up there: sexual assault, because you took that first overall.
Yeah,
Four is
greedy.
4 is left.
Greedy. You wanted some?
Oh, you took it. I don't want it anymore.
4, 11, 15,
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna
13.
take using turd signals.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Using turn
I
signals.
feel like that's a you just gave up there.
Yeah,
No.
something.
Nobody uses them in Florida.
No, I actually
Yeah, it's the old man thing right here.
God damn it.
I sometimes use it too much.
I'm always using my signals left and right. I love using them.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
It's a habit. I can't
Some
even.
may even say it's a law.
Some may even say it's a law. You're under citizen's arrest.
I wish those citizens arrest fucking people would pull them over. I always pass one on my way to work every single morning. He must be going in the same direction. It's one of those citizen on patrol
I was
cars.
going to take that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and round up those. Those were the days physical fighting.
Yeah.
I miss it. I miss physical fighting.
Like I think if I were to count up all the times I got into a fight, like a real fight.
It'd be like 2.
No, I think it's like 10.
yeah,
Like
no, I'm joking. I was
no, but
messing
I was
with you.
like I was trying to think, and I was gonna ask like, how many fights did you guys get? Now they weren't like I'm not talking about somebody
Brawls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it was like we got pissed at each other.
You fought.
It got physical, and then we were
Not
Thank you,
including
son.
siblings.
No.
I think you solve a lot with a fight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Like
I think so for sure.
some of my best friends ended up as results of fist fights.
Yeah.
You air it out right
I
there.
fought my best
I got
friend. We
hit
would
by
fight
a
and then.
broomstick. I got hit by a broomstick in.
I thought you said glue
Gosh,
stick.
what's that class where you?
Art?
No, the wood.
Wood shop.
Wood shop. Yeah, literally, we were cleaning up.
with the wood.
The guy, Hacksaw Jim Duggan
this
hit
guy
you with a
Daniel-
2x4?
This guy Daniel Farrell. We were made to clean up, so we were sweeping up.
Yeah.
I said something smart ass to him. Next thing I know, he hits me with the thing. I turn. We get into this fight.
Yeah.
Then the teacher's like, he pulls us apart, stops, goes, "You guys go up to the office."
Mm-hmm.
Well, we get outside and we're like, "We're not going to the office." We're like, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. We
start
good?
fighting
Yeah,
again.
we're good."
Yeah.
We walked around. Dan's a good friend.
Oh wow, look at that! You guys held hands.
It happened
I
through the
think you can
hallways.
respect somebody after you fight them.
Yeah.
I would have hit him with the broom if I got
Tell me,
if I got there first.
me for it.
I've been in a lot of fights.
Yeah.
I had one in first grade. This kid, Jimmy Kramer.
I got old Jimmy Kramer.
Jimmy Kramer used to come
Jimmy
into the
Crack
bathroom.
Horn.
Remember how you used to stand in line for the bathroom and you let 3 kids go in
Yeah.
at once? So I go into the stall, and every day for like a week, you would keep kicking the fucking door open, right?
yeah.
Pushing me. And finally, I was ready for him. I was standing behind the door. No one was coming. He kicks it open. I fucking square him up. Bleeds, right? Just instantly starts bleeding, right? He fucking cried. I said, "All right, get over it." We go out. He tells the teacher that he slipped and hit his face in the urinal.
Jimmy's a good friend now.
Good guy,
Sent me a
Jimmy.
card last year.
Solid
Yeah,
lava
fights.
fight.
Fights.
Yeah. So but I don't
Have you
ever
ever been in
hear
a
of him
fight?
anymore.
Yeah, just like one that I can remember.
Just one.
What
yeah.
about how many can you not remember?
Not one where you were like, "You're an R word." Yeah, you're a son of a B.
my
I
brother.
tell you what, he was
my
fighting for his
sibling-
life in that slide at the Chuck E. Cheese.
That seriously was terrible. That was a dark day. Not including my siblings used to like literally put each other through like walls in
Yeah.
our house.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say his name. His initials are AF. I'll just say that. We like fought a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
and Frank.
Yeah.
So you
I won
guys
every
don't like
time.
each other. Like if you saw him today, you-
No, I think I don't know. But it wasn't the same. Like we would fight and then we wouldn't like, hey, good game, man.
Who
Like, we
won?
wouldn't-
were you like fighting over
I think it was
something
pretty
or?
Selena?
No, I think we just
Not,
didn't like
it's
each other.
even
Selena?
who won. There's always a clear winner and a clear loser.
I would like to say I won because I was always.
that means he won.
I would always end
If
up
you
on-
would like to say you won,
Were
that
you
means he
always
won.
on top?
You were, yeah, I thought you were gonna make
I
fun
think
of that.
any-
but
but I
I would,
think
I would like get off.
anybody
I would
who's
stop.
being-
Like I would stop. You
I
know what
think
I mean?
anybody
Like, I
who's
would be the
being
one to end it.
honest, like you win, you lose. Like there were times when I got bested because, you know, the guy was craftier than me. He grabbed the room
Craftier.
first. You know what I mean?
I never lost a fight.
I had a
Okay.
brother that would always start shit with people.
I lost. The only fight I lost, I got jumped.
Yeah. I had a brother that would start shit with people, and as soon as they started getting tough with him, he'd be like, "Oh, my brother will kick your ass." I fucking fought
Oh,
so
that's
many people
annoying.
just for him.
Well,
Ridiculous.
I had older sisters.
My
so
dad told me how to
would-
box.
Yeah,
when I was
my
young.
dad put me in boxing.
Yeah.
I think
lessons,
everybody's
'cause-
dad did back then, man.
Yeah.
I had swim lessons.
Well, I mean,
Great delivery.
doing this is kind of boxing.
Yeah, you're boxing the water.
You're boxing the water.
You want to hear? You want to hear how crazy my life was? This is probably not crazy to you guys. When I tell other people, I think it's crazy. But like growing up, my dad used to do all that shit. But like we used to go. Now to take it easy here, we used to go on the bed, and we'd play football. Like so, my dad would play football against me on his knees, and you know I was like a little kid, so I would have to like get to the other side of the bed, and he'd be just slam dogging the shit out of me on the mattress.
That's fun.
And we tried that, so we play football on the bed. And then he would put like 6 pairs of socks on his hands, on his knees, and I'd have to box him. And he'd just be boxing with me on the bed. He'd fuck me up too. Like he would let me get a few shots in, and then he just uppercut me right in the nose. Sorry. And I just can't see anything. Nose running.
It was a different time.
But
for sure.
you know that I wasn't scared to fight because of that, because I got hit in the face so many
Yeah,
times that you're not.
Well, that was the big fear. Like with my dad, I remember one time, and I'm going to use the guy's name. He's probably dead. Frank Hahn.
Jesus.
Frank Hahn. And I didn't fight him at school.
Yeah.
And my best friend told my dad. He dragged me down to the kid's house.
Yeah. Oh, I had a friend that did-
Fight.
yeah.
You're fighting right now.
Oh yeah.
We fought.
Yep.
And yeah, I think, and maybe it was just the places we grew up in. But my dad was like, no, you got to know how to defend yourself.
Yeah, there's a funny story. I'll make this really quick. My dad's friend lived like 2 blocks from us, and we used to hang out in their stoop sometimes. And he had a little brother that was like my age. So one time there was this kid that was bothering us a bunch, but he bothered him a little bit more. And he came up the steps and cried to my dad's friend. And he made him go get the kid, bring him out. And we literally sat on the stoop and watched them fight right in front of us. And then they broke it up when it was done.
And that would never happen nowadays.
No.
100%. And
It's child abuse now.
yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying the way we were raised was right. It was just normal.
Yeah.
Because you know what I was thinking now, and Frank's dad was okay. He was out there too. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you guys got to fight. Like, that's just crazy
That's
to
just
think
the way
about
of the
now.
law.
Hey,
Yeah.
somebody's going to die tonight. That's okay.
I just think it was a
Don't
better
be
way
you.
of regulating than what we do now. Like, I think suppressing stuff that, I mean, if you got to fight sometimes.
What it
You want to
leads
fight? You got to fight. Let it out.
Nowadays, suppressing everything leads to like backdoor aggression and passive aggressiveness.
Passive aggressiveness, which I hate.
Like it's insane. Like then it was like short bursts of outward aggression,
Fury.
and you aired your differences.
Yeah.
I feel like
Try it. Let's go back to hand-to-hand combat. I like that.
Anyway,
Let's go back to
physical fighting.
Let's go back to
My turn?
where you stand off. What's that called?
Oh.
What? Oh,
Duels.
duels? Are you talking about a Western or
Yeah, let's go back to duels. Let's bring back jousting.
jousting? Jousting's good. There's another name. I can't think of.
hashtagging.
Yeah. All right. We're all right. So my team, the olden days, I'm going with driving in the correct lane. And reading this early, I thought old man pick, but started thinking about it. Yeah, people don't know what freaking lane they're supposed to drive in.
You got fast.
The left
slow,
is
and
the
middle.
The left is the passing lane.
Yeah.
The middle lane is your normal traffic lane,
should've
and the
taken
right
that.
lane is the exit lane.
Should have
Right?
taken that over turn signals.
People do not do that. And I tell you what, driving over on my side of town with all the tourists, oh my god, it's like a Mad Max.
That's like a Seinfeld delivery.
You know that I-4, that whole and that correct, it's like the most dangerous highway in the world.
I4
Yeah.
no shit.
Most deaths, most
Yeah.
accidents.
yeah.
And that trickles right down to 192. It is literally like driving like Mad Max.
I think 192 is in the top
people
10.
people cutting across 3 lanes because
Yeah.
they're missing an exit. It's crazy.
I4 is stupid. It is the worst
It's a blessing
road in
I'm here
America.
today.
It is.
Know how I made it.
That correct lane shit, man. My 15-mile drive to work every morning is a 40-minute commute because people know how to.
Everyone knows the
Drive
left
in the
lane's the
correct
slow lane. Right lane's the one that you go all the way to the slow lane in. The middle's for if you don't know where you're going.
The middle's for bicycles and big wheels.
Well, in Claremont it is.
Yeah, it is.
Ridiculous. All right. So the very last pick, dude, where's my karma? Is left with picking riding in a friend's bus. Now,
Because you're the only
obviously,
guy that relates to this.
this doesn't apply to any of us.
Usually it's the last pick
But-
or like the worst pick.
But nowadays, having children, whenever they plan to like hang out with their friends after school, it's always an ordeal, man. When we were younger, it used to be like you just hopped on your buddy's bus and you were golden, man. As long as you got the okay from the parents, you were golden. You didn't have to sign shit. Nowadays, you got to like sign a waiver. You have to clear like a check with the principal. Like it's absolutely
identify
insane.
your
It's
gender.
like a screen. Then they have to determine how many kids were on the bus that day. Will they have enough seats?
Dang.
Like it is just incredible to me how many hoops you jump through. We're just like, fuck it. Tell them that we're either going to bring you over after school or we'll go pick them up because it's that big of a hassle now. It's insane for something that should be so easily corrected.
I think it's
to
a
have
good change.
kids.
I love this change. I love this change. I think it's great that they do that.
Yeah.
I don't trust the school bus driver at all. I don't trust him though.
now
Well,
you-
I don't trust him a country foot.
Now
Okay.
you sound like the guy earlier we were talking about.
We didn't trust him
You hear
before
about
either.
kidnapping, but you've never seen it type of thing.
No, but I mean, here's the thing. If you just let, like, my daughter just say, yeah, my dad said I could do it. And then she goes on a bus and then she's at fucking Dylan's house. And now I got a grandkid on the way. So, I like that they don't let
I
him
think
do
you
that.
scratch an itch.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Was Dylan
Pull
smoking
that name
cigarettes
pretty
too?
quick.
He did pull that.
I got
in
a,
pretty
I
quick.
got a name. I got a name that I got a
Dylan-
quick mind.
Was Dylan smoking cigs as well?
Nobody smokes cigarettes. That should have been on here.
It was on there.
No, cigarettes?
Yeah, number one.
No, in bars.
Well, I think
in
that
restaurants.
what we should do is now that we've had things that are no longer the norm, we probably should have a list of things that are the norm.
That'd kind of be the same show, no?
I think we can bookend them to see how things have changed.
Yeah, we can. That
Right.
sounds like a series.
So,
Yeah, get
are
on
there any
get on
honorable
the board.
mentions? Are there anything that you guys can think of from childhood that's different now?
Beat it
More
off
so-
2 times a day.
So not accepted.
Now it's 3. What?
I think that's still accepted.
Things that are no longer.
Is it?
I don't know.
Sex
phones
addict, I
with
think.
keypads. For me,
Yeah.
phones with keypads.
Okay.
Okay.
No more Blackberries.
All right.
My
I'd
first phone was a
say
Blackberry.
Blockbusters,
Oh my gosh, things
renting videos.
things that are no longer the
Yes,
norm.
that's no longer the norm.
Free
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus.
You know what though, man? You think about, and this definitely makes you seem old, but like when you think about like a Friday night, Domino's Pizza, Blockbuster movie, and a
It
video
was
game.
great, man.
You were.
You know
a
why?
freaking
You know
king,
why?
man.
Is because you didn't have it all week. That's
yeah,
why.
you were a king.
Now you have it all the time. So even if we got it back, it wouldn't be the same.
It was like a sweet.
It was the
treat.
fact that you waited for Friday
Yep.
because you had to go to Blockbuster to do it. And so it was a thing. And yeah, man.
You had
Stuff
to get
like
there
that does
early.
suck that you don't have
Or
it.
else your copies were gone.
Well, yeah, especially if they had a Jurassic Park came out.
Yeah.
New release.
You
Yeah.
better be there.
Yeah.
Did you ever rent from a Blockbuster or no?
No, but I did like red boxes.
yeah. Or a Netflix
Oh,
when
Redbox. I
it
used
used
to use
come.
Redbox a lot too.
I love it.
Did
Me
you
and my
use
roommate.
Netflix when it came in the mail?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix
Yeah.
was first a mail-in thing.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
insane to me.
Yeah, you had a queue of
I
5, and they would send you 5 movies, and then when you
What?
sent it back,
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
The
short.
next
It was
kid.
short lived.
Wow.
They,
Props
I
to
think the
Netflix for, like,
technology, they
switching
advanced
up.
it pretty quick.
No,
Yeah.
Netflix tried to sell to Blockbuster. Blockbuster turned them down and laughed at them.
And then Netflix turned into streaming and became
then-
the empire that it is.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Well, they owe a lot of money, so they're
Oh,
in a
Gamefly.
little bit of
That's the
trouble.
one I was going to think.
Gamefly is still
was-
alive.
Gamefly. Oh my god.
Gamefly's still alive.
Yeah.
Now you're making me
They're
think
dying,
you're
but
making me
they're
think of,
alive.
Like Zoo Pals.
I think
the
that what
plates.
Claremont needs is
a-
a really good arcade. Like the one that you were talking about that
Yeah.
used to be one of them. The one I like, joysticks closed during COVID.
Oh, okay, I hear you.
And the one up north, Barcade. Barcade was great. It was all nostalgic games.
I got to take you. We got to go to arcade.
Yeah.
I know 2 really good ones.
Maybe after this episode is
Have you
finished.
been to the one out?
I'm actually going to one in like 2
24
weeks.
hours.
You guys want to
Call
go?
back.
Should
Should we?
I work heavy the next 2 weeks.
Wow, you don't even let me tell you the date before you turn me on. That's crazy.
I gotta walk my fish
Yeah,
that
no,
day.
all the days I worked
I'm
them
not
all.
having COVID that day.
Whatever
what's
day
funny
it is,
I have worked that day.
not a chance
I
in
do
hell.
honestly like I work 14 the next 17.
You could
Like,
bring
I
your
work,
kids.
like, super heavy because we're going away to Key
hey,
West for
things
our
are no longer
anniversary. So I
normal.
work,
All right,
like-
you know what? I'll let you guys know, and whoever shows up, I'll know who's my true friend.
Bring your kids to work day. That's no longer a thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay, that was more of a question than a statement.
So
I
I'm
think you
trying
have to call them child now. Not
Yeah, you
kid.
do.
Yeah.
All right, so what?
Don't call them kids.
what do we draft?
Derogatory.
What do we draft?
Oh yeah, go.
All right.
So Team High, I'm normal, and the things that are no longer the norm draft took sexual assault, round trip or
What was the first one?
road trips
I missed the first one.
without a GPS.
No, what was the first one?
Name calling.
Come on,
Okay,
man.
Sexual assault at grocery shopping.
We gotta-
and
we
then
gotta
using
clip
turn
that.
signals. I said it loud.
Sexual assault while grocery shopping. Now that would be a
twofer.
novel idea.
That's not the norm.
All right, team.
Anymore.
Those were the days.
Guess where this cucumber's going?
Smoking in public, really, but mostly in restroom and bars. Reprimanding
Restaurant, I thought.
Yeah, it's
Restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
restroom.
You thought that was
Restaurant.
You thought that was a restroom.
We smoking, blowing heaters in the bathroom.
Reprimanding kids in public, leaving your dog in a car, kids meeting at the rec center, and then physical fighting.
Just sounds like a
Smoking
day.
darts and letting out farts.
All right, team. The olden days went with letting kids outside by themselves. Number 2 went with B-Day parties at Mickey D's. Wow. Number 3 went with telephone conversations. Number 4, 2 genders. Number 5, driving. I think I won this draft. Driving in correct lane. There you
might
go.
want it.
The first ones are like pretty nostalgic. Then you're just like 2 genders.
Yeah.
We're gonna break this up here. Dude, where's my karma? Showing up unannounced, leaving the kids at practice. Families just hanging out all day at the house together.
Sick.
Adults hanging out and just playing sports for the shits and giggles of it, and riding in your friend's bus.
You need to.
what is your
See,
team
I
name?
think
Marcus
you need
needs
to
a
be.
family.
You need to be in my family, dude.
What is your team name?
Hi, I'm normal.
All the things you're talking about is like you're
I wonder,
lonely.
Like I'm getting like very like verklempt. I'm wondering if this is like my midlife crisis, man.
Hey man, listen, you're
Mine was at a Chuck E.
welcome
Cheese,
anytime.
playground.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's an open invitation.
I think we should do a clip where you recreate your being trapped.
That'd be so funny.
I
I
have a
haven't had
tunnel.
that. I haven't said that story.
We have a tunnel. We can go
It's not the same.
after close. I'll turn the lights off and make you a little bit nervous.
Five Nights at Freddy's type vibe.
All right, so that's the show. Hopefully you guys liked it. Please, if you have a chance, go back into the playlist. Check out some of our older episodes, some of our best work by far. Tell us who you think won the draft. Go follow us on all socials at GOM Podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us there as well. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Let us know who you think won. And come back, watch us again, and check out Guys on Sports. We love you. Peace.